Live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's, for your next Maine adventure, will begin shortly.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's, starts right now.
Hi, everyone. Good Thursday evening, too. Hope everybody's having a nice night. What an interesting day we had. We started with the clouds, the drizzle, the fog, the warm temperatures. The sun made an appearance late in the day. Now it's time for colder air to move in. So rapid changes are in the forecast. We're in the 20s for highs tomorrow. It's not extreme, but it will be colder. Wind chills will be in the teens during the afternoon. And then wind chills will be in the single numbers early in the day. So a much different feel than today. Going into the weekend now, looks like we'll have temps looking more seasonable. We'll back in the 30s. We'll get a round of snow on Saturday. Probably 2 quick rounds of light snow on Saturday. Keyword there is light. And then an ocean storm may graze us Sunday night. It all depends on the track. And there's a lot of uncertainty in that. So the pattern looks a little more active and looks like there'll be plenty of cold air coming in next week. It comes in waves. First one comes in tomorrow. So let's jump into what we have out there tonight. And we'll start you off with temperatures. There they are. They're in the 30s. We topped out at 45 in Portland today. Winter through the middle winter. Actually, today is the exact middle point of meteorological winter. We're running coldest in 8 years in Portland. A lot of those cold days in December, of course, weighed those stats because the last couple of days have been pretty mild. But Wiscasset's one of the coolest spots down to freezing now. Portland's down to 37. We have some clouds off to our south, some clouds to our west, but the trend has been for clearing skies. Many of you saw a little bit of sun during the day today, during the afternoon today. Let's see if we can find that time lapse. I thought I put it in here. Hang on. We're going to take a look at that time lapse. Here it is. You're going to like this. What do they call these? Crepuscular rays? That's what it is. I always forget what those are called. See those? Look at that little burst of light right there coming right down over Sebago Lake. And then as you put that into motion, notice a lot more sunshine made an appearance late in the day. So there it is. Beautiful time lapse. In case you're wondering, sunset is at 4:29 tonight, getting later and later. In fact, I was able to use a live Raymond Skycam at the 5 o'clock broadcast. I was still able to see some light in the horizon. Love it. So it's days getting longer. Nice to get that. All right, we're in the 30s right now. That's what we just had out there. Let's take a look at our satellite radar. There it is. We just talked about that. There's a little bit of snow shower activity up in the mountains. We're seeing a little bit up into Route 2, up towards Rangeley. Got a report from Rangeley about 3 inches of snow today. Also got a report from Sugarloaf of about 5 inches of snow. So some areas got some beneficial snow out of this. Rest of us kind of got muddy, didn't it? A lot of the snow melted. All the mud's going to freeze up tonight, though. So we're at that part of the season where it just warmed up a little bit. Now it's time to get cold, and hopefully we'll clean things up a little bit with a fresh coating of snow on Saturday. I think we will. Doppler was picking up on some more snow to our west. Let's try to highlight all these little areas of low pressure. There's one right in here. There's another one. It's not going to allow me to draw it in. It's just on the edge of your screen over Nova Scotia. There's another one up in here. It's a cold front, a little warm front right there. This one right here is the one we're watching for Saturday. So what's going to happen on Saturday, there's a warm front approaching, and along that warm front, there'll be a little area of low pressure that develops, and it will be strong enough to produce us a period of light snow. And I think there'll be 2 rounds. One comes in early in the day. That's about 6 a.m. Notice how that moves out. And a second round moves in during the afternoon. And it's probably 1 to 2, maybe 1 to 3 inches of snow. I still have not yet made a snowfall map. I probably should. I'll do that tonight. It's either a coating to 2 or 1 to 3, something like that for Saturday. It's probably enough just for some slippery travel. Not a big storm. Far from a big storm, though. I picture a day where we have snow gently falling from time to time and a break between both bursts. So Saturday will feature some light snow. And then the second one comes up on Sunday. So this is the area of low pressure. Really, I've been watching for the last 8 or 9 days. Remember last week saying the best chance for a snowstorm is Sunday. This was 9 days ago. And it's still probably our best chance Sunday night. Right now, it doesn't look like it's going to impact us, or at least give us a direct hit. But one scenario is to take this little center of low pressure and track it right up through the Bay of Fundy and Nova Scotia. And that's a possible scenario right here. That would give us some snow, and that would give us a plowable snow. And it looks like the other possible scenario is a storm system to track south of Nova Scotia out to sea, and that would give us no snow at all. If we get any snow from the system, it's probably going to be Sunday night, or maybe Sunday evening into Sunday night. There's most forecast modeling is suggesting the storm stays far enough out in the ocean that it's not going to give us a direct hit. I could see a scenario where we're right on the edge. We could get a little bit of snow for Sunday night. So it bears watching. It's one of those to stay updated on. Probably not a blockbuster or anything, but maybe it will completely stay to our east. But again, if we see any snow, it's late Sunday night, and it's probably moving out by the time we get up Monday. Of course, kids are off on Monday. They have another holiday. It's it was MLK Day, I think, on Monday. So yeah, buses won't be on the road anyway. So that's our next chance for snow with that ocean storm after Saturday, of course. Let's go hour by hour in Storm Tracker. We're starting with temps in the teens. Wind chills will be in the single numbers. We're in the 20s for highs tomorrow. Low to mid 20s will do it with a lot of sun. Should be a nice day, but cold and windy. We've been talking about how much colder it's going to be. It'll be an abrupt change from today, but let's face it, it's January. This is the time of year we could easily get daytime highs of like 5. I mean, that happens all the time in January. So it can be a whole lot worse. These temps are only about 5 degrees colder than our normal. So it's going to be cold, but not extreme. Then Saturday, there's that first round of light snow showers and flurries. Probably not a big deal. A second round comes in during the afternoon, and we'll probably get an inch or two with that. That's about 2, 3, 4 o'clock or so. And we'll try to get some better numbers for you. But it's a coating to 3, probably, something like that. It's either coating 2 or 1 to 3. How's that sound? By Sunday, though, it looks like clouds will eventually win out, and there's that ocean storm to our south. And the question in my eyes is, do we get into some of that snow at some point on Sunday? Oh, look at that, 5 p.m. Sunday. There should be there's a football game going on down in Massachusetts. That might be interesting if it snows there. Either way, it doesn't look to be a huge deal, but something to keep tabs on. That ocean storm tracks 50 miles, 75 miles farther west. Yeah, we'll get a plowable snow, and that would be Sunday night if we were to get it. Wind chills, not an issue right now, but the wind picks up tonight, and wind chills will probably be in the single numbers early in the day tomorrow. It's factoring in air temperatures in the teens, winds gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour, and that wind will gust 20 to 30 miles per hour in the afternoon. That will yield wind chills likely in the teens. A few spots will be in the single numbers, and of course, the mountains will be a little bit colder, so be mindful of that if you're skiing or snowboarding on your Friday. Although if you're skiing or snowboarding this weekend, I think the weather's going to cooperate. I think it's going to be pretty good. The weather should be better. I think we're probably looking at temps in the 20s on the mountain and 20s to near 30. And looks like the winds won't be much of an issue both Saturday and Sunday. All right, late week. All right, here we are late week with cold. I've been talking a little bit about the cold coming in stages, sort of a step down here. The cold arrives tomorrow. This one comes and goes. Another round that's building in Canada comes and gets us for Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. And Tuesday could be quite chilly because it's going to be windy that day as well. So another shot of cold air comes in on Tuesday. I think many areas will have highs in the teens. What really has my eyes, what I really want to watch is this air mass diving south of the Arctic Circle, probably about a week from this weekend.